still hanging in there, still maintaining space, still loving Jesus. That's the big thing, right? So anyway, we're finding out how to capture how many people are watching this, and I've read a couple other things that are going on. So one of the things that they ask you to do on another site is to email us or me, Shirley_Lisk, L-I-S-K, at mercy.com. Do that, and that you've taken the class live, and that we know that you're, you were here, and then I can send that back to our Silver Sneakers and Renew Active to say, we're still capturing people live. They can't do it in video, I guess, yet. We'll find out more about that probably this week. So I'm going to send out a big email. It's going to have a calendar on there so that you can see all the whole month what we're planning on doing, so it's not going to be happenstance. And then Lana and I will be doing the classes. You're going to have to put up with me.
And
Lana. She's
all the time.
I wish, we're going to see how things work out towards the end of the month. Maybe we can, by the end of the month, start bringing in some of our other instructors again. So we're hoping to do something like that, because we miss those, and I know you guys miss those. So this is a strength training?
Yes.
All right, go for it.
Wait a minute, Vanna White, come back here.
Okay.
Hold this up. I just want you to know, get this in your minds, that these are the body parts that we're trying to cover every time you come to a strength workout with me. These are the major muscle groups. These are the things that you should cover on your own if you're not with me or with a trainer. You should always think about shoulders, an activity for the broad shoulder area, the chest, which is right across the front of your body, in between your shoulders and under your collarbone, and your back, your upper back in particular. Up here, yes, wait for me, Shirley. The legs, thighs, back of the legs, your arms, the top of your arms and the underside of your arms, and then your core, so important. And the core is comprised of your abdominals, your hips, that's your butt, and the outside of your hips, your thighs. Believe it or not, your thighs are your core, and your low back, which we will cover when we do some floor exercises. And then finally, your calf muscles down here are the cornerstone of your balance, because they stabilize, thank you Shirley, they stabilize your ankles. Okay, so we're going to try to cover all those things in the next half an hour.
And comment that you're there too. Put in the comments.
Tell us if you have Silver Sneakers, because then we can keep moving forward with this. Okay, some of the tools of the trade today. If you have a chair, that would be good. I might have you go down on the floor or the couch. I'm going to use a bench so you can see me. And of course you need dumbbells or soup cans or gallon or half a gallon milk with some water in it suitable that you can lift it. I also brought a couple pillows, and I'll show you why in a moment. If you have some couch pillows, we're not going to use this today. But if you have an exercise ball moving forward, please get one of these out and ready to go. We won't use it today though. It's helpful to have a hand towel rolled under your neck if we're doing laying down activities. And then finally, we won't use this today, but if you have any rubber bands, rubber tubing, rubber strips in different colors designate different strengths. These are very helpful. Red's a little lighter. And there's something known as tubing with handles. These are nice, but they're not, I don't think, as nice as the plain bands, because sometimes the handles, when you're trying to do things, the handles are not helpful. But these are okay. And let's take it away. Let's start with just some warm-up activity. Let me see you give me some back strokes. It's always good to warm up a little bit before you start picking up weight. some forward strokes. Notice my feet are wide, my knees are bending, I'm breathing. I'm getting my posture in good control, which is to say I'm looking forward. And then let's roll our hands up and around over the top. Try to do 8 or 10 repetitions of everything for these motions, these warm-up motions. I'm keeping my neck soft. I'm not rigid. It's straight, but it's not rigid. Always look straight ahead and you can't go wrong. Give me some circles. Lunge back and forth while you do that. That'll get some blood pumping. Why are we doing these motions? Because it feels good and it just gets our body awake. Go backwards. Let me see you make some finger motions like you're playing chords on a piano or running scales. Jiggle your knees. Raise your hands up. While you jiggle, just alert your whole central nervous system that you're going to ask it to start working. Look behind you and go the other way, back and forth. Circle around with the waist. Circle back. Let me see you march a little bit. That'll really get our heart rate up and some warmth. It's always good to get some heat going internally before you start to work out. And I just think that these basic motions that we've just gone through get your brain to your muscle in tune with one another. Brains down the central nervous system to the muscles and translates into motion. That is safe motion and alert motion. Kick it off, swing your hands out. Raise your knees high with your hands. Tap your toes. So you have your dumbbells, your chair. Sometimes we'll stand, sometimes we'll sit. And you have your pillows. And we're going to start now with the shoulder exercise. So grab your dumbbells. I got a pair of 5s here. And we're going to start with up and over the head. I'm going to show you 2 different ways to do this. For people that can push up, we're going to go that way. For people that cannot, pull one dumbbell up to your center of your chest, or both the dumbbells if you're strong enough, okay? So for those of us who can go overhead, go right ahead. 2. Notice I'm looking straight ahead. 3, 4, 5. We're going to go to 12, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Set the dumbbells down. Shrug your shoulders around. We're taking 8 to 10 seconds to let the shoulders recover. Swing your arms a little bit. Pick your dumbbells back up. Here we go again, up and over the head. We're going to do 2 sets of everything. 2. You could do a 3rd set too if you're ever on your own. That would not be wrong. It's good to work out with weights like this at least 2 times a week. That's what we'll be doing moving forward as long as we're all trapped inside, and the Lord be willing, Shirley and I are here. We're going to try and get 2 strength workouts for you. One more repetition. All right, set those down. Move your arms around. Pick one arm up across your body and push. Push the other arm across your body. Look straight ahead while you stretch. This is a stretch. Okay, now pick the dumbbells up, one or two of them. Let's do that one for people who cannot, just to make sure you get this correctly, people who cannot push over their head because of rotator cuff issues. Pull it up. Pull it up. Just want to make sure you're aware of how to do that. Straight up. I'll turn sideways so you can see the dumbbells are raising close to my body. My knees are soft. You can't see through my sweatpants, but if you could, you would see that my knees are soft and I'm looking straight ahead. Unless I'm looking at the camera, I'm always looking straight ahead. All right, just to your chest and down. Very good. And again, shaking that off. All right, very well. Now let's do something called a hammer curl. Pick your dumbbells up. Any of these exercises can be done seated as well as standing. I like to stand sometimes just because it makes me balance while I'm moving free objects. So a hammer curl is pulling close to your body. Here comes 3. Right across my body. I'll let you see what I'm doing from the side. There's 4. There's 5. 6. 7. 8. Very good for your biceps as well as your forearms. 9. 10. 11, 12, 1 for good measure, 13. You can do anywhere between 10, flick your fingers around, you could do anywhere between 10 and 15 repetitions is not wrong. Swing your arms around, give your body about 8 to 10 seconds, and then we'll do a second set. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. 1 for good measure. Here goes. 13. Every repetition should look the same. They should all be mechanically correct. Shake your hands, get some blood moving down into the arms. The thing that happens when you work a muscle group like your biceps, what we just did, the muscle is metabolizing resources, energy resources, and it leaves behind a residue called lactic acid. And that starts to build up, and the circulation slows down, and if you go long enough, it'll start to burn, which is fine. Pain is never good, but burning is okay. That's the lactic acid building up, so then you spend 8 to 10 seconds shaking it off, and you go on to another activity. Now I want to work our legs, and for that we're going to return back to what we did last week if you were with me, to the squat motion. So first of all, I'll turn a chair sideways. We're going to do chair squats so that you can see what I'm doing. Now I'm going to look at you, but you should be looking straight ahead at me. You should always look straight ahead. Stand in front of the chair, not up against it. You should never sit down like this where your knees move in front of your toes. That's very hard on your knees, and if you already have knee problems and knee pain from arthritis or old injuries, that will stir that up. So the best way to keep your thigh muscles strong in your buttocks is to, and the safest way is to stand in front of the chair. Make sure you see where the chair is at so you don't miss it. And sit down and sit back. And it helps if you counterbalance with your arms till you get the hang of it. Here comes 2. Notice I'm looking straight ahead. 3, 4. This is a compound exercise, which means that multiple joints are moving, so multiple muscle groups are working. Your knee joint is bending, your hip joint is bending. So all of the muscles located around those 2 joint spaces are moving. That's why it's called a compound exercise. And a compound exercise by nature is harder work because more muscles are requiring energy. So your heart rate, as you can tell, I'm starting to get breathless, your heart rate picks up. My back is flat. I'm looking straight ahead. All right, that should be about 12. Let's do 3 more for 15. All right, now a good stretch for this. Hold the chair, grab your ankle, and pull it. I'm pulling it in towards my buttocks, and my knee stays down. And then hold the chair for the other leg. And your frame should be up straight, not bent. Not like that, like this. Okay, then I just kick a little bit. Let's try it again. Here comes the second set of 15. See if you can cross your arms this time. We're out in front of the chair. We sit down, stand up. 1, 2, 3. I'm sure you've noticed we aren't holding a weight because sometimes doing this correctly with just your own body weight up and down is hard enough. So you really don't need to pick up weight until you have this down perfectly and it's safe. Let's go for 5 more. Here they go. 5, last 5 are the best ones. 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Good. Let's do our stretch again. Repeat. Holding the chair for balance. Bring your ankle up. Keep your frame up. And tuck that your heel into your butt. Point your knee down, and you'll feel a big stretch go right up there. All right, and then put your heel in the floor and reach. Let's do the other leg. Heel up, looking straight ahead. Heel into the floor. Okay, very good. Now we're going to do a seated exercise. We need some dumbbells, so I'm going to grab my 5-pound dumbbells. Here they are. A little bit of allergy. Post-nasal drip. All right, so you sit up. We're going to work the upper back right here. You have big, thick muscles under your armpits, and they go all the way down to your butt, to a point right in the center of your back. And they're called latissimus muscles. And so we're going to work those. They're an important muscle for balance and strength, getting up out of a chair, picking up things. Very important muscles. Good for posture too. Grab the dumbbells. You have to put your feet out in front of you. I'm on the edge of the chair. Lean forward a little and pull your elbows back and pinch. Pinch your shoulder blades together. 4, 5, not rushing. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 more, 11, 12. Setting those down. A good stretch for that is arm across the body, gently push. Sit up straight while you stretch. Arm across the body, gently push. Good. Hug yourself. Turn and turn. Very good. Another set. Second set, here it goes. Pick up the dumbbells. Get your back flat, straight, look straight ahead. Lean forward. Pull your elbows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 more. 11, 12. I will tell you, if your back bothers you in a leaning forward position, it's okay, it's quite okay to sit up tall and pull back. But it's best done if you can tilt forward a little bit. That's where a pillow might be helpful. If you put a pillow right there and leaning forward, now the pillow is holding me up, so I don't have to kind of hover in space on my own. Pillows are very helpful to support and leverage your body. All right, we're going to stretch that muscle. Pull the arm across, sitting up tall. Pull the arm across, sitting up tall. And let me see you shrug back. Shrug forward. All right, something for your chest. Now, last week we did wall push-ups, where we were on a wall pushing away from the wall. Today I wanted to show you how to use your chair and do some chest. Anything that pushes away from your body works your chest. So we're going to do some push-offs with dumbbells. You need a pillow to go behind your back. Probably one will do it for me, maybe 2. And I need my dumbbells. I'm going to sit on the edge of this chair, and then I'm going to lean back into the pillow, and my head touches the chair, and I push straight up for 1, for 2, for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Straight up. Sitting up. Place the dumbbells down. stand up for me. Put your hands behind your back, pushing up. That stretches your chest wall. Push. Good. Swing your arms around, ready for a second set. Now, if you don't have this set up down, you can always go over to the wall and do a wall push-up, where you hold onto the wall, put your feet back a little bit, and lower your body into the wall and push away. Lower your body into the wall and push away. But I'm going to continue showing this. What I've done is I've created a bench, like a weight bench like this. I've created that using my chair. When we're stuck at home, we can be very ingenious. All right, laying back, supporting my back. Hands to my hands are right here to start. Right here across my chest when I lay back. And the dumbbells go up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and one for good measure, 13. Very well. Sitting up. Hands behind you for a stretch. Push up. Look straight ahead. Soft knees. Relax. A second time. Relax. A third time. Very good. Then I'd like you to hug yourself. Turn. And turn. It's just good to stretch in between all of your sets. Now I'd like to have you go down on the ground. I'm going to move this out of the way. I think I will go on the floor with you. I have a mat. No dumbbells are necessary, but you might want your pillow or a rolled towel. And I'll show you why. When you lay back down, sometimes people's necks become very tired and don't touch the ground. Just because of their mechanics, they feel like this. So it's a really good idea. Actually, it's essential that you place a towel back there or a pillow. Either way is very helpful. So we're going to work our core, and the abdomen only does a very small amount of motion. And its job is to take the ribs and move them towards your thighs. So crunching them down towards your pelvis, and then back for 1. So to keep yourself honest and not sitting, you should never sit all the way up. That even feels awkward and way too hard. So to keep yourself honest, and from doing that, over moving, put your hands on your thighs, look straight up, and then contract your abdomen, breathe out, and slide your hands up, touch your knee, and back down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5 more, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And a really good stretch in between is to bring your knees in. That stretches your low back. It relaxes your abdomen and stretches your low back. And then put your feet down, and if you can, drop your knees carefully to one side, keeping your shoulder blades flat on the ground. And up, and then down to the other side. And up. Ready for a second set. Now, for the second set, I'm going to show option 2. So option 1 is your hands are here. Option 2 is your hands are behind your head, holding your head so your neck does not become tired. But please do not pull on your elbows and jerk your head and your neck forward. Very, very unsafe. So you have to promise me, if you're holding your head, that you just raise up and back down. 1. Keep your elbows back. 2. 3. Breathe out on the way up. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. And 15. Pulling your knees in. Tuck up in a ball. Breathe. Make sure you're breathing. Not rushing. And feet down, knees to the side. When you do weight training, one thing that should go hand in hand with weight training is flexibility and range of motion. For example, people often think of bodybuilders and powerlifters, athletes that do bodybuilding and powerlifting, and their muscles are very exaggerated. They think of those people as being very inflexible, and they're not. They're amongst the most flexible people I've ever seen because they spend a great deal of time in between sets stretching muscles. Pull one knee back at a time, and the other knee. And then both knees. All right. One more thing I'd like to do before we leave. Standing back up. Get your chair for balance. And I want to see you go up on your toes for your calf muscles. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it took us about a half an hour to get through all of those 7 major muscle groups. Next time we meet and do this week, I think it's on Thursday. Check the schedules though that Shirley puts up. We'll do different types of motions. So you'll be learning a whole catalog list of activities. All right, now put a foot behind you, lean, and try to stick with strength training 2 to 3 days a week. So if you did it on Monday and Thursday and maybe once on the weekend, that would be great. Or if you just get it Monday and Thursday, or Monday and Saturday, that would be great too. Okay, one more set, calf raises. Remember I told you way back in the beginning that ankles are the base of support that begins all balance. So calf muscles, lifting up on your toes, pushing your body weight up, that's the job of the calf muscles. And when your calves are strong, you have a good chance of having very stable ankle joints. which is the basis of your support and balance. It starts in your feet. Think of it. Your feet hit the ground first, and then your body follows suit. So if your calf muscles are weak or non-toned, your ankles will become very unstable. Just being on your feet through the day too. Please don't be a couch potato during this layoff that we're all at home. I've heard lots of good reports though. We're making phone calls, checking in on you to make sure you're okay. Make sure your foot is straight when you stretch like this and your heel is flat on the ground. And then the other foot. But we've heard good reports that you're all trying to go out and walk, and we do see that you're showing up for our classes online to mix it up a little bit. All right, we'll see you next time for strength training. Thanks for being with us.